Big good one here, and eventually we will like, subscribe, share, comment, all that good stuff. Help promote and rank up my channel. I've been neglecting it. I've been actually devoting more time to making reviews on my review channel, my Strand of Fate reviews channel, than this one. But I'm going to get back on top of it because there's a lot of news that I've missed in my absence. So, Daredevil star Charlie Cox. We're going to be talking about Spider-Man 3. New photos have come out and all that stuff. But mostly I want to talk about this because Daredevil, Charlie Cox, Matt Murdock, the Netflix version, the awesome version. We're getting him back in the... We're getting him in the MCU. We're getting him back. That could lead to a whole nother show. But we're going to make Hell's Kitchen great again. What I'm most excited for is the fact that we've got Charlie Cox, Matt Murdock, Daredevil, Netflix version in here. Now, totally, it's going to be drastically different because he comes from a dark, gritty place. Spider-Man, Marvel, MCU is pretty lighthearted, but there's just so many things that are great from this. And it's my hopes that we get Tobey Maguire in his Spider-Man costume right next to Charlie Cox in his Daredevil costume, even though that's a long shot, and I think that Daredevil's only going to be in here as Matt Murdock, Charlie Cox, Matt Murdock, as Peter Parker's lawyer, because he's been outed as Spider-Man to everybody, and he needs somebody to defend him. And I think that the next time we'll probably see Charlie Cox, other than maybe in the Multiverse of Madness Doctor Strange 2 movie, maybe he'll suit up there. But I think the next time we'll see him as Daredevil, Matt Murdock, is in the She-Hulk series. That is, for some reason, 30-minute episodes, and it's 30-minute comedic episodes, a comedy of her, I guess, defending superheroes who have absurd claims racked against them or something. I don't know exactly, but it'll be very totally different if Charlie Cox shows up in there in a comedy. Now, I would expect Jessica Jones to show up in there too, because her ties to lawyers and stuff like that within the MCU, and the fact that they've already brought Charlie Cox in, nothing's to stop them from bringing the rest in. It would seem like a perfect fit. Yeah. So, what is he actually going to be doing in here? I think he's just going to be defending Peter Parker. Hopefully, though, it would be cool if we could at least get one shot with him with Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, because their tones would match up much better than this version of Spider-Man with that version of Daredevil. But I'm excited for this Spider-Man 3 movie just because of this. I'm really happy that they got Charlie Cox back. I know it'll be a little bit before maybe we get another season of Daredevil or whatever they plan to do with him. I do think that it'll be a slow rollout, whatever they're planning to do with him. We'll get him in this Spider-Man 3 film. Maybe we'll get him in Doctor Strange 2, Multiverse of Madness, and then we'll get him in She-Hulk. And from there, his character should get something substantial, something with some weight. That's what I would think, especially since things like R-rated Deadpool have been announced. That just opens the doorway to all kinds of things. Daredevil interacting with Deadpool, that would kind of seem ridiculous because tonally they're quite different too. But maybe Daredevil interacting with a Blade or who knows? Just the doorways have been opened. Anyways, and I would like to point out that I was quite surprised that WandaVision episodes were only like 30 minutes. But I'm really enjoying the show, which a lot of people might find off-putting because it is a comedy in itself too. It is just a straightforward comedy that alludes to larger mysterious things happening. And the first two episodes are set in black and white, which is really off-putting for some people. But I really enjoyed it. However, the slow rollout process might really hurt the season, but I'm actually really enjoying it. So, the Charlie Cox thing, I expect to see him as a lawyer. That's it in this movie. Fingers crossed for a scene with Tobey Maguire, which we're getting mixed messages on still. I've heard that, Tobey Maguire deal went through finally. Tobey Maguire was reportedly on set, shot scenes. Tobey Maguire is was reportedly shooting scenes at the same time he was like hiking with friends somewhere else far away. I don't know what to believe on the Tobey Maguire situation, and I've heard that the Kirsten Dunst and William Dafoe thing aren't actually a thing, but Sandman is a thing. So it's really hard to know what to believe when it comes to this. Maybe people know more than me, but I really don't. What's actually all going into this movie, I have no idea. However, we do got some new set photos of Spider-Man 3. He's got a new costume. The photos really aren't that interesting, and they're just not showing up. That sadness, you bastard. Show yourself. For some reason, the photos aren't showing up. It's just Spider-Man in his Spider-Man costume. Fuck you, Jared, for not functioning properly. So here's one photo: Peter Pan donut and pastry shop. Now this is a little weird to me, but it's looking like this movie's going to be set at Christmas time because the snow, all the Christmas stuff. I mean, it's pretty obvious. This is a weird one, though. A Peter Pan donut pastry shop. Does this belong? Is this some alternate Earth? Or is this actually on the Tom Holland Earth? Does some other Peter Parker own this? What's going on here? I don't know what to think of this. I do know that Zendaya's character works in there, though. Michelle Jones works in this shop because you can see it in the set photos. If the set photos will fucking show up, if the set photos will show up, you can see it. Let's check it out. These are showing up. Okay, so you have her here in this pastry shop, working there. You can see her with Tom Holland, and see photos of them on set. There's really not a lot to say here. It's just there's not much to the photos. The other one that actually shows off the Spidey suit is better, but for some reason it's not working properly. We'll try again. Next. Fuck you, Jared. Fuck you. Right in the face. Yeah. So, Spider-Man 3 costume set in Christmas time. Set photos not showing up, but as you can see, Zendaya works in this pastry shop for some reason. And also, Tom Holland's brother was on set for like filming. He had wires attached to him, and I don't know what's up with that. It kind of looked like one of those situations where something's gonna fall, almost like the first Spider-Man movie where there's this kid just standing there looking up as things are about to crush him, and Spider-Man swoops in last second, pulls him out. That looks like maybe they might do that as a nod to the Tobey Maguire Sam Raimi Spider-Man. I don't know. This kid, Tom Holland's little brother could be playing Harry Osborn. Harry Holland could be playing Harry Osborn. That would be interesting, but there's an age difference there. I'm not sure how much, but he does look like a kid. But other than that, there's really not much else to say other than just Jared needs to get their shit together on their website because the photos aren't working for me. But I'm actually excited for this Spider-Man movie. Only because the cameos, all the characters showing up in there. I'm curious what kind of tie-ins this is going to have to the Morbius movie with the Tobey Maguire graffiti on the wall that says murderer, the Spider-Man of the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man on the wall. Is this going to have ties to Venom in any way? And if it does, I would more so think that it would come into play when it comes to Doctor Strange 2 Multiverse of Madness, because that's a kind of darker film. So if we do see like a Venom or Carnage or a Morbius and stuff, I think that we would see it in there. But there's just so many things to be excited about when it comes to this one. When will they drop a trailer? Maybe soon, but I would expect that they're actually gonna drop something at the tail end of WandaVision. When WandaVision wraps up its season, there's gonna be a trailer in the final episode at the end that alludes to Doctor Strange or Spider-Man 3 that to tease that Wanda story will continue over in those fucking things. I can't stop saying WandaVision. I'm trying to say Wanda, and I can't stop saying fucking WandaVision. That I'm actually enjoying WandaVision. I want to hear if anybody else isn't enjoying it down in the comment section. I want to hear how excited you are for this Charlie Cox coming back. Can we get Kingpin too? Can we get Kingpin? Maybe not in this, but down the line I would expect that we would actually get Kingpin, and maybe we can have some Daredevil, Spiderman teaming up against Kingpin type stuff. Anyways, Fake Goodwin here. Eventually we will. Like, subscribe, share, comment, all that good stuff. Stay awesome. Rock on.